Happy May, everyone. Your May swag has finally reached you. So sorry for the delay, but it was worth the wait. This is a neon cat's eye swag, and this cat's eye, the particles are a little smaller and more reflective, so you're going to see the light reflect off of them a little bit brighter. So super fun and easy to work with. Some great designs that we're going to do today, also with your new magnet that came. So this magnet is a cross magnet, so it gives you the cross or the star in one swipe, and the other side is also great for your ombres, or just to darken up around the edges to make the cat's eye look a little bit wider and framed. So I've already started prepping some tips with the black magic, and just to touch base on that again, we're using it so thin, and that way we're not having any curing issues, no wrinkling at all. So I've already got these all prepped and I have already cured them. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. Starting with the bottle service, which is a really bright magenta. Make sure you just get a nice even coat. And for this first design, we're just going to keep it simple and do a ombre, which really looks cool with these bright colors because there's so much pigment in them and it almost looks like a shimmer ombre. So we're going to take the magnet and I'm just using the tip of it right now because right where that little line is between the two S's is what's going to give you a cross. So we are just using the very tip of it, or you could use the other side of it to get that nice ombre. We're just slowly working it up the nail. And when you're happy, go ahead and cure. So simple, easy way to ombre with your new cat's eye. Next, we're going to take Nightlife, which is a bright bluish purple. And again, just get your nice even coat on there. Now we're going to use the two S's, and like I said, right at that divide on the magnet where the line is between the two S's is where you're going to get that cross. And you can see as I'm moving it up and down the nail, and just keep moving it until you've got it where you want it to go. So this one we did straight up and down, side to side. And we're going to go ahead and cure that. So this is cured for 30 seconds. Now we're going to take a coat of another or a different color, and we're going to go right over the top. Again, a nice even coat. Your bottom design is cured, so you don't have to worry about ruining that cross. And now we're going to take the magnet and we are going to go more at a diagonal to this will look like a star inside the cross, kind of just to give us a little bit more dimension. And the video is really not giving it the justice it needs because the dimension that I'm getting with the two overlapping is beautiful. So once you're happy with that, again, you're going to cure for 30 seconds. Another way to use your new magnet, first we're going to get a nice even coat on there, and then we're going to go in, and this is like a wide eye cat's eye, I think that's what they're calling it, and basically we're just pulling the cat's eye up into the center of the nail and darkening all the edges. So take your magnet and you're just pulling up on the edges just to give the dark background around the edges. And this is actually a really slimming design. So if you have a wider nail, it looks a little bit more narrow with your edges really dark. So you're just going to go around and do the entire edge, free edge and cuticle area included. And just like any other cat's eye, let's say we're going to put a cross in this nail, and let's say you're not happy about it and you want to do something different or redo your design. You can always, before you cure it, just take your brush. Don't put more product on because it might become too thick, but you can always just take your brush and kind of redistribute all of the particles all over the nail, and then you can redo your design. Now instead, we're going to do an ombre up top. So basically what you want to do is just, I'm kind of going around the cuticle, and same thing we did when we did the ombre at the bottom. This time we kept it a little bit tighter up at the top and had it ombre down from the cuticle. And you can see how the light is reflecting off of this and just again gives you that perfect shimmer ombre. Okay, so this one is all cured, and what I want to do now is just cover it with another color. We're going to use our cross magnet again. So we've got our ombre background of purple and an X right through the center of the nail. Again, the dimension is awesome. So we're going to cure that 30 seconds again, and then we'll top coat it. So for this last design, we're going to put our even coat on. And we're going to use the magnet just at the end of the nail, the tip, and just kind of start working up. When you start to see that line from the center cross starting to create, just kind of move the magnet and you can get a nice S, like an ombre at the top, and then it turns into an S at the bottom. And again, just keep playing with it until you are happy with it. And when you are, then go ahead and cure. These were some fun, easy ways to use the new magnet and the bright new colors, but I do want to get into some really fun, a little bit more depth to it and different designs with some of the other magnets that you might have in your drawers. I know we worked with the flower magnets with another swag, and we've got our regular flat magnets and our dual-headed magnets. So we're going to do some different designs and some use of matte top coat to get the dimension that we want. So here's some of the designs that I already created, and we're going to go over how to duplicate these. First design, again, started with our black magic, cured, and now we're putting on a nice coat of our cat's eye. And then we're going to use the rounded side of our dual-headed magnets. And we are going to take these rounded edges and go right into the sides of the nail. At the same time, and this is how we're going to get that perfect S. And go ahead and cure. Now, when that comes out of the light, we are going to use a matte top coat. And cure again. So even with the matte top coat, you can see what it does with the cat's eye. It bogs it up a little bit and kind of diffuses how the light hits it, which is a really cool look. So you could just leave it like this, but what we're going to do is now take our outshine or the super top that you got in your swag, and we're going to just paint some detail. So grab your palette and just put a dollop of outshine on. We're going to use a liner brush, and we are going to kind of trace where our magnet design was. And if you feel the need to cure in between so that your top coat doesn't move or run into each other, that's fine. You can just do a quick 5-second flash cure. So while that one cured, we also did a cross nail with the security color. And we're going to do the same thing and top this with a matte top and cure. So once this comes out of the light, again, it's got that nice diffused look, and we are going to take our outshine and follow through on those lines. Flash curing in between so that they don't spread out too much. And follow those lines all the way through. And last, we're just going to add a little flat back crystal in the center. So I'm just going to take a dollop of my outshine, put it right in the center of that, and drop a flat back in there. Because of the texture around it from our painting, it'll give it a nice, comfortable bezel set in there and be protected. Now another nice even coat of your cat's eye. And this time we're using our flower magnet to create some flower designs. And we're going to use this over the entire nail. And cure. Once again, we are going to, actually, we're not going to matte this one. We are going to top this with super top and go ahead and cure that nice and shiny. Now, instead of adding shiny details, we're taking the matte top coat and we are going to add some matte details. So we're going to put a dollop of matte top coat right in the center of each flower and then cure. And again, just giving us a little bit more dimension to our cat's eye designs. Beautiful. All right, let's move on to another design. For our next design, again, we are going to start with a nice coat of our cat's eye. And then we're going to use the rake side of the flower magnet and just pull from side to side. It's going to give us, I'm going for kind of an animal print look, like a zebra stripes. They don't have to be even. Once you're happy with that, cure, and then go over with another color of your cat's eye, just so we can get that layered, multi-dimensional look. Again, take your rake and side to side, and your other lines will show through. Cure. Top with a shiny top coat. Cure, and then we will do our detail with matte top coat, kind of outlining some of the lines. Again, it's all about dimension, so we're just adding a little bit of quick, easy dimension. All right, for our last design, we just put a coat of the, I believe this is bottle service, and we're just using a flat magnet or any magnet that you can get that ombre look. So go ahead and ombre that one, that first color up. Get a nice clean ombre halfway down the nail. Cure. And now we're going to go in with the second color. Don't have to pull it all the way up. You can if you want to. Just depends on how much color dimension you want. And now we're going to ombre down. So opposite with the magnet, and we're going to go into the center of the nail and pull down towards the tip. And when you add a nice clean ombre, go ahead and cure that. And honestly, this is pretty effortless because of the shimmer and the texture. It's going to ombre so easy. So cure that, and then we're just top coating with our super top. So here's a last shot of all the designs that we did today. Possibilities are endless with this. Please make sure you tag us in all of your designs, profiles_nails for Instagram and profiles backstage on Facebook. Have fun with your new neon cat's eye and hope to see you all in Orlando next weekend. We will have June swag ready for pickup if you are at the Orlando show. We are definitely back on track. Again, sorry for the delay in this month's swag, but as you can see, it was totally worth the wait. So hopefully we'll see you in Orlando. If not, we'll see you on Facebook land. Bye.